evening, officers. How you doing? Not too bad. I had a quick question. Jefferson Park right there, that sidewalk, is that part of the park or is that part of the street?
The sidewalk?
Yeah, right there. Behind the fake fence, fake concrete fence.
It's along the north side of it?
South side. Just across the street from the division.
Well, that's not the park, it's city sidewalk, so that's public. The sidewalk is public property.
City sidewalk, so the one with the bench right there, the planters and stuff like that.
Oh, you're talking about on the east side there?
No, south side.
Just a little bit further towards the fusion.
Yeah, if you were to cross the street.
Oh, okay, across the railroad tracks there.
Yeah, yellow posts, like 4 of them.
You know what? I don't know.
Well,
I would have to check.
south,
I don't know because I don't know about the benches or whatever.
Yeah, if you're south of the little where all those yellow things are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd
All
have
of
to
that.
check on that. I'm not real sure.
Well, it's 100-foot right away, right? Is that you guys know right away laws?
For the railroad tracks?
No, I mean just street law, just like plats and deeds. You guys ever gone online?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're asking.
You guys have never used plats? Oh, come on now. It's your job to know right-of-way law. Come on now. Okay, real quick. All you got to do is go online to City Docs. Okay, so if you have a question about a property, to see if there's an encroachment or something like that.
Right. Yeah, for property stuff.
Yeah. You look up Robinson Pearsall Project or something. A PUD is what they use. And there's dozens of City Docs online.
Right.
Of
They show all
sorts
the
of things.
easements and all that kind of
Construction
stuff.
materials. Yeah, this is what the city uses. And posts all the time, for all their projects and stuff. So, there's every street basically you can eventually find it. Or if not, there's the GIS and survey department.
Right.
There's John Benida.
Right.
I've heard of them. But
We
I'm
don't
just
have-
saying.
We don't
I've
have a
seen
lot of
it
use
that-
for that,
yeah.
really, unless they have a traffic accident or something like that. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. But however, there's a little bit of a controversy with that particular easement. That's why I wanted to ask
Okay.
you that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I mean, it's. I just, I know where to start. I figured right-of-way law is where you start.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know the answer for those benches, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I know as far as the sidewalk and that kind of thing, but
Yeah. I mean, the benches are the side. It's in the side.
they're on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're right on
side.
the edge there. But yeah, I don't know about the easement or anything. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. Well, where do you look it up if you were to start?
I would probably call GIS and have them. tell
Yes.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of fcmaps.com?
No.
You guys haven't heard of fcmaps?
I mean, we use a mapping program through them all the time, and all the maps that we have are through GIS.
You guys have, is it Maverick or something like that?
No, it's a specific program, but it's like an FC map deal. But GIS puts into it, but they have to update it periodically. So it's whatever iteration we have on our mapper that we use, but it doesn't show easements or anything like that. And again, that's not like our realm that
Yeah.
we use. So
Well, I mean, you guys have to deal with trespassing calls, though, property calls, things
right,
like that.
but that's generally pretty. That's pretty clear cut about whose property is whose. 'Cause the sidewalk is generally a delineator, so off the sidewalk, if it's on somebody's property, is going to be their private property. Okay, so if I'm on the sidewalk and there's somebody's front yard, once I step in their front yard, that's going to be their property.
All right. You actually struck a really good question.
Okay.
I've been trying to figure this out. There's this sidewalk seat wall, kind of a U-shaped seat bench area.
Oh, you're talking about over by Safeway?
Yeah, the fence was once up a couple weeks,
Right.
months ago.
Right.
Came down. Do you guys know anything about that? Is that private property or is that part of the?
That's public property. So there's a discrepancy with that. So what the idea is that we had a lot of problems there, so they put the fence up. The city told them to take the fence down because that's public property.
So no, they put up the fence some private.
I think Safeway put the fence up.
That's crazy.
So
Well, I say.
So I don't know
Wait
where
a second.
Safeway's property is because I don't know where their property line is. So I know the city told them to take the fence down, and they did. So I would have to look at the assessor site or whatever to figure out where their property line is.
All right. Well, the reason I ask is I have to mention this. I've heard that people are still getting like moved along there as if it were private.
They're only getting moved along because they're causing problems. It's not as far as how we deal with it. That's public. That's public.
Public.
Right. The benches there are public. And that's why the fence came down, because that's a public thoroughfare. Okay. So that's why the fence came down. So the only time that we move people along is if they're committing crimes there. They're drinking in public. They're engaged in unlawful sexual acts. They're intoxicated. They're
other events, like a camping ticket, you would move them along.
right.
Public
So
property.
if they've got a sleeping bag set up there, and so yeah, they're committing a crime. Other than just being there, that's not illegal to be there.
You would never
Right.
issue anybody trespassing ticket.
Not there. I never have. So I can't speak for other officers. I don't know that, but I would not issue
It would be
trespassing.
trespassable because it's
Not that I know of. If they walk into Safeway, then that's trespassable because they're going through the front doors. You know, if they stay unlawfully. Right, but that area right there, as far as I know, is public property.
very interesting.
So
I have to tell you this. I don't mean to take up any more time when
No,
you guys
that's
look
fine.
like you're busy. But this one is serious. This is almost like a real 911, as real of a 911
Right.
call as you guys can get tonight.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I actually just looked up the address. I was kind of curious. 460 South College. I went down to the station.
Oh, for
And
Safeway, yeah.
And they printed off like every call that's ever been there for last
Uh-huh.
year. And lo and behold, since that fence came down, 40 trespassing charges. Like
Really?
almost every day, literally multiple times, and I counted over 150 other transients and move along that weren't shoplifting and stuff that you otherwise associate with that
Well,
address.
we get a lot of calls there, so I don't
Yeah,
know
exactly, yeah.
if they're calling them trespassing calls. But it depends on how they're disposed. So
Yeah, I mean, some are
whether
in the middle of the day, some are in the middle of the night.
right.
So,
So-
I don't know if they're breaking
so
into the
that-
building or if they're really being charged with
So
actual
that
trespassing.
area just generates a lot of calls. So whether it's by passerby or whatever, but like I said, generally the action that we're taking there is somebody's engaging in illegal activity, not trespassing per se, but camping or drinking or smoking dope or something that we can enforce.
Okay.
You know, and the last, I mean, I go by there quite a bit, and if they're not doing anything, I haven't asked them to leave because they're not committing a crime. But if there's a crime committed, then we cite appropriately. But like I said, I haven't personally cited anybody for trespassing there. I can't speak for other officers. I don't know
I
that.
wonder where they get their probable cause. Where,
That's a good question, and that's, you know,
I mean, is it, you said Safeway put up a fence, or
as far as I know, that was what I heard that Safeway put the fence up, but I don't know that for certain.
yeah, it's
So
like
don't take that out of
no,
context.
course.
I know the fence went up, but then the city asked somebody to take it down, so the fence came back down. So
Kind of like, I guess it was true.
right, yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that, you know, it wasn't officially.
Yeah, I
put
thought
up
that
or
was
something,
kind of an
so.
interesting
It's-
example of right-of-way law. you
Right,
know,
and like I said, it generates a lot of calls for us, but it's generally because there's a reason. Somebody's
I
doing
guess I'll have to
something
look.
there.
I only looked at the master print. I'll have to look at the case number to see what.
Right, yeah, I don't know what the
Officer
dispo
wrote.
was, so whatever the disposition was, because it may come out as a trespassing call, but it may be dispoed or, you know.
Or, yeah, I think
That's
she
something
said these
else.
were the ones at the end that were disposed at the end. Medical.
Yeah,
at the very
so
end, so
just because it says trespassing doesn't mean that somebody was issued a trespass ticket. It's just what the call type is that they put in, because the way that our dispatch works, they have to put in some type of call type. So whether it's a transient contact or a trespass, or so they have to put it in as something. So just because it's dispatched as a trespass doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually a trespass call.
So wouldn't you guys eventually inform the people that are calling that that nothing trespassable to be going over? I mean,
So
kinda
sometimes
weird, you know,
sometimes that is.
is that part of your job anyway, or something like that?
We'll dispo the call. Sometimes though, like if you're in a car, we have a computer and we can dispo that. We can put in verbiage about how that was disposed. But like us, we're on foot. We can't call dispatch and tell them, hey, put all these notes in the call for me, because it's not time efficient for them and it's not time efficient for us. So just because it comes out like that doesn't necessarily mean that's what the call actually is. It's just a call for service, but they have to give it some kind of classification. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when they come out as
one letter,
yeah,
one section.
yeah, it says press, but
Classification.
that doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly what it is. So they have to put something, because they can't say, well, you know, there's a bunch of guys drinking there, and there's a bunch of guys smoking pot, and so they're going to put it down as something. So they may put it down as an alcohol contact or
all
drugs.
sorts of other stuff.
Right. So there may be something else there. So you know, or somebody was in the store, they were trespassing, now they're sitting out there on that side, so it may come out as trespassing at Safeway. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that may be just the location of where they've come
That
to.
definitely makes sense.
So yeah, it just depends on how the dispatch works and how they have to enter that call.
That's I'll do some more research, but
Yeah,
still giving you
so-
the heads up though. That's kind of
Right.
like a big 911 call. That like
Right.
if somebody's, you know, if
Right.
you can hear it for yourself from anyone else in the
Sure,
force that thinks
sure.
that's trespassing, let
Right.
them know that, you know.
Right, and I would have
Because I
to-
think, you know, I don't know what you guys do, but I think it's right away. It seems that's
I
why
mean,
they
it's
took
on the
fence down,
sidewalk,
right?
so yeah, they took the fence
You know,
down.
I imagine that's why. Oh, God.
I would guess, you know, and I don't know for certain, so I'd have to look into that.
Well, I'm still learning about, you know,
Sure.
born raised in this town. So there's all sorts of departments. And things
Well, that
like
brings
this,
up
so it's
questions
really-
I'll have to get answered for,
Yeah,
so I'll look
exactly.
into that.
But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this whole right of way here, just because there's officers that have told me that it's the curb to the curb is where the park goes, and there's maps online that
Yeah,
differ
so that
from
I think they're
that,
trying to
so-
figure that out. So I've heard
know,
that, yeah, that
I've actually been
up
told
to the
different things from
sidewalk is
different
the park,
departments, so I don't
or
know what
is
to
it,
do.
or is it the easement there? Is that part of the park? I don't know.
Close is
Right,
doesn't, so
right.
I didn't think I figured you guys were downtown, you might know, but I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to check into that. I know that there's been some conjecture about it.
If you can, hey, you know, I don't know, what was your name again?
I'm Alan.
Officer Allen. Okay, I'm just trying to remember everyone. I'm always trying
Okay.
to. Could, if you happen to, you know, run into some information
Sure.
about it,
Sure,
and I
I'll
run
look
into
into
you
it.
someday,
Sure.
you know, I'll maybe call you up. No rush, no rush.
Absolutely.
You know, low
Absolutely.
priority here.
Okay,
You
all
know,
right.
but like it's been on my mind for a while. you
Okay.
know. I if you happen to, you know, cross paths with Giddings.
Sure.
Giddings is the one that he said he got a map from the parks department.
Okay.
But I was told to go through like GIs when
Sure.
I talked to the parks department.
Sure, and I think they get their
FC
maps.
maps.
They get their maps too. So the
know.
GIS supplies the cities with their maps. So
So and GIS told me to go to FTC Maps for all their
Okay.
up-to-date maps.
that's
so,
good. That's good to know.
So it's kind of like there's right now publicly available, or at least what they're
Right.
you know Giddings is
Right.
telling me Parks offered him
Okay.
versus what FC Maps shows me.
Well,
and what county shows me, and what
maybe Parks
yeah.
Maps may not be up to date with what's online either. So
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Whichever way it is.
yeah.
All I know is that I went online to like the City Docs website. I actually found the plat for this, and it's 100 feet, or so it
all
says.
right, we gotta go. I gotta go.
No
man.
worries, no worries. I'm sorry to take your turn. Thank you. Take care.